This is a video tutorial for the NeXt school, and here we're going to be showing off what we call eCommunity. Now, eCommunity is an interesting, what it basically is under the platform of D2L, Desire to Learn, which is a learning management system that's used for all the e-learning or blended learning courses. But what the ministry told D2L was we needed a community that was just for teachers. So what we have is a community that's just for teachers. So if you go, even if you just Google search e-learning Ontario, but if you go to community elearningontario.ca, you can come to this page. And basically to do this again, you're going to have to get this set up, and I'll give you the information at the end about how to get this set up. You request it from the board to get it set up for your school, and then you can go in and get it done. So I'm just going to, and you would come to this page, and then in doing that, you would be able to see the community. And this is what it basically looks like. For those of you who've used D2L, you'll notice that it looks exactly the same. And you can take a look and have it set up the same way, okay? And what we're basically seeing here is this is an opportunity, this is a place that's just for teachers, and it'll give you the opportunity to create an online environment that can be just for your school. Students will not be allowed, public does not see this. This is not a web page that you could point parents to or the community to. This is just for teachers. Now, how does this help you become a NeXt school, sort of move into that 21st century model and start thinking about utilizing technologies to do the things you want to do? So for instance, paper reduction. We can put a lot of stuff up in here that would otherwise be paper that's put into mailboxes. So for instance, you could use the news item page to put up videos, so you can embed a video right in there. So you can take a video from YouTube and it plays right in there. You can put in content in there. You can put in presentations. So here, if you wanted to talk about the third teacher, here's a flashcard presentation. You can click on that, and then what you'll see is basically the presentation come up. So you could put a presentation in there if you wanted somebody to view that. You could put a lot of different things in here, and that would replace having to put stuff in a mailbox. So for instance, if you're going to have a staff meeting and you need somebody to, and you need the staff to view a video ahead of time, you could put the video up here, point your staff to view that video, and then that would save you the 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, whatever amount of time it would take to view the video. They could see it ahead of time, and then in your staff meeting, just have a discussion. So that's great. You can put some other stuff on here. You can put some news. You can put your Twitter. If you're one of the other tools that we're going to be showing you is how to use Twitter as an administrator or as a teacher or even with students. You could put your, the principal's Twitter feed up here so everyone could see it. You could put a lot of different things up here. So that's your basic first page, but then there's some power for some other things in it. So for instance, you could use the discussion board. So you could have some discussion boards here for your staff. This would facilitate discussion. I put one up for a D2L training camp that we did. This is what we used with the the 21st Century Learning and Academic ICT team. But you could put discussions for your staff, things that they could be looking at. You could put discussions just for specific people. So for instance, if the literacy team at your school wanted to have a place where they could discuss, you could create the literacy group and only they would see that. This is getting into some more of the advanced stuff, but there's great opportunities here. You could even go into content. So in e-learning, content would be like assignments and things like that. But if you click on content here, what this could be for a school, and it's just a little bit slow right now. Let me just pause it. All right, we're back again. So again, content would be in an e-learning course would be assignments, tests, those sorts of things would be in here. But you could use this for a bunch of different things. So for instance, you could put agenda notes. So you could put agendas and notes from your meetings. They could be in here. You could have different things as far as forms. So the different forms that you have that usually are kept in somewhere in the staff room or in the mailbox room. And there's a bunch of paper that's corrected for forms. You could put it in there. You could put in photos that are taken, and you could put it in, share it in there. You can put all those different resources of things that people would have. Usually that would be done with paper. You could be done and have an electronic repository for them there that people can access from anywhere. Now people would say, well, that's what the P drive is that we have at the board. We have something that's a common drive. But again, remember, this is internet based, so you can access this from any computer in the world. anywhere as long as you have your credentials, which, you just have your password and your username and you're in. So this is one possible place that you could put those things. So really, what I would say is the most useful stuff is, again, at Course Home, you can put news items up here. You can put news items here, videos for people to watch, presentations that you need them to see, things like that. Any sort of news, you can have that here. I would use the discussion board as well, that people could start. You could have really good discussions. You could get feedback from staff saying, what do you think about this? What do you think about other things? You could just have discussions that are more professional, really professional discussions that aren't about the mechanics of working about things. You could have some discussions. You could have discussions that follow up on topics that you brought up in maybe your staff meetings, or if you have an SSLN discussion that's going on, or you have something like that. There's a really good opportunity here that you can have that for. Now, how do you get this? That's a good question. What you want to do is you want to make a request of Kevin Kerr. So Kevin Kerr at the board, Kerr, he is the e-learning coordinator. Just fire off Kevin an email, and he will give you, he will get it created, and get back to you in a few days with the creation of that. And then you can set up with, how do I get this thing done? What do I do with it? How do I work things through? And then he'd help you out, or some member of the 21st Century Learning and Academic ICT team would help with that. And again, we can create video tutorials to work you through certain little things, but that's the basics of it, right? And this is what it really is about, is the idea of, can I use this technology to, one, engage my staff more, have a place where there isn't as much paper that's being involved, and then using the technology, again, to increase, enhance, and possibly extend discussions that you have with your staff. That's all the abilities are there. It's a really, I think, a rich and useful tool, and one that you might want to do as you quest to become a NeXt school.